Kamloops, British Columbia, where the Thompson rivers clash and collide for an audience of onlooking cedars, fragrant hemlocks, and towering pines. The valley is rugged and wild, and the diverse landscape passes casually from lush greens to unforgiving desertscapes. This is the tournament capital of Canada, and it's fittingly home to the first leg of the Canadian Disc Golf Tour. Nearly 400 disc golfers have descended on the heart of Canada's westernmost province. Athletes of precision and focus, ready to unleash their skills on the course. But these courses have some surprises waiting. Legendary Rose Hill is epic, brutal, and unforgiving, like the valley's spirit made manifest, and the world champion Eric McCabe-designed McArthur Island has been updated for 2023 to provide even more challenge to the best of the best. The golfers will confront the elements and face off against the toughest competition in the game, but perseverance leads to podiums, and a good start to the season is here for the taking in this first installment of the Canadian Disc Golf Tour, the Dynamic Discs Tournament Capital Open. It starts here.
All right, welcome everyone to the final FPO Lead Card coverage brought to you by Park Pro at the 2023 Dynamic Discs Tournament Capital Open, hosted by the Kamloops Disc Golf Club. I'm Gabby Lee.
And I'm Julie Moens.
Excited to bring you our final card and what went down.
Cool. Yeah, so today's round is taking place on McArthur Island. This is the first time we've played here during the tournament. The first two rounds were at Rose Hill. This course, it's a little bit shorter. The lines are fairly straightforward, but there's a lot of OB that's going to come into play today. So yeah, it's all about controlling your shots and keeping it in the fairways.
Staying out of danger.
Yeah. So yeah, our lead card for today will give you a little bit of background. So this is me. I'm coming in at -9, currently a one-stroke lead. I come from an ultimate frisbee background and I've been playing disc golf for almost 5 years now, kind of casually at first and then more during the pandemic.
Oh, hey, that's me. Currently at -8, coming after you, Julie, sponsored by Okanagan Disc Supply. And yeah, playing for a couple years. This is my second time at the TCO and just really excited to be back and excited to be on coverage, I guess. Gosh. And this is Sofia Dönnecke, also playing for a couple years, coming in hot on the scene, rated at 904. Currently at -6, and yeah, just watch out for her power. She's got wicked backhand, wicked power, and you're going to see that today.
And Laura. Yeah, Laura, also a convert from Ultimate Frisbee. She's been slowly moving over to the disc golf world over the last couple of years. Watch for really straight, smooth drives from Laura and some pretty epic putting.
Yeah, so here's our scoreboard so far. As we mentioned, Julie Moens in the lead by one stroke, and yeah, we have a couple cards out already, and it was coming in as a really tight battle. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, after the first round, all four people on the lead card for day 2 were tied up at -3, and then we got a little bit of separation in round 2. But yeah, overall it's been tight all tournament with a bunch of people in contention at all times. It's been really exciting. Yeah, so this is hole 1. It's kind of, for a right-hand backhand player, it's kind of a straight hyzer shot. There's OB to the left of the basket here, and the basket is slightly raised. It's hard to see on the video, but yeah, it's just under 300 feet. It's kind of a driver or a mid-range hyzer to the basket, and you just want to, you don't want to go OB right or OB left, really.
Yeah. Rainy day here today. We had all kinds of weather coming into this final round. And this was pretty calm relative to what else we had on the weekend. But first up on the tee, we have Julie Moens. Looks like you have your trusty...
My CAC Z soft plastic. There we go, little slip on the tee pad.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So this disc I was sure was OB left, and it turned out it was just sitting on the line, so we were safe, but didn't feel great to start off with that one.
I saw you slip, and I'm like, I gotta tell this tee pad who's boss, so give it a good few kicks. But I'm grabbing a driver. This is my trespass here. And kind of refusing to throw it in the air. I thought yours was OB for sure, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep this in bounds, but didn't give it much of anything.
Hard to throw that shot perfectly after watching what I just did off the tee pad. All right, we've got Sofia here, and
she's grabbing a mid as well. This is her matrix.
so a little bit of tournament power there for Sofia, and she goes OB right. She should have a relatively straightforward pitch up to the basket from OB. It's a little bit windy, and there's OB behind the basket.
Laura,
I'm guessing that's her Hayes.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but showing us how it's done.
Yeah, straight up the middle. That's probably about a 40-footer for Laura there.
Yeah, so looking at birdie there for sure. Lots of power there.
That's Sofia's Berg coming up just a little bit short on the hill there.
Yeah. Tough one when there's OB long. I'm also grabbing a Berg. Oof, good angle there, but out of the hand I was like, oh gosh, I've juiced that. It's so long. Yeah, and there you are. You're right. Just right on the line there.
So I am running this.
Yeah, you are.
Tournament nerves.
I love your giggle there. You're just like, yep. Not quite what I was expecting. Laura coming up to her birdie putt here.
Oh,
really good.
Cage. And so this is one of those moments for Gab. I was watching this, and this is a tester for sure.
Yeah, it's like 20 feet off the bat.
No problem.
Relief for sure. It's like getting your first big round putt. That's like weight off the shoulders for sure. Really happy with that one. Sophia lining up her, I guess it's be her fourth shot with the OB stroke.
It's a little bit weird. She's just on this one small hill, and it's kind of weird footing, plus the kind of final round lead card nerves.
Oh, just missing that to the right. Coming again from maybe a bit shorter. No problem. Right.
I love watching those ones when you can come back from a little miss with something maybe even a little bit longer or about the same distance. And
yeah, no doubt that's coming right back to her. And there's your par.
Yeah. So this is that weird weather where like your putters are like, they're not soaked, but they're not dry, and I always struggle in this weather. They're a little bit tacky on my thumb, so
yeah.
If you see me taking a long time around the basket, that's why I'm trying to find a good grip.
Yeah. Umbrellas are up, but we are off to hole 2. So this is a par 4, 465 feet up the fairway here. Similar to hole 1 in that we have some OB left, OB right of path. So off your drive, par 4, you're kind of looking to land maybe past this willow tree, and to get yourself a decent look at the upshot here into the dangerous green. OB all around. Basket is nestled up right in the corner here. So you can get yourself up somewhere in the fairway for a clear shot. Upshot right in here, you'll have a good look at birdie, but not without a little bit of fear.
A lot of fear.
A lot of fear.
All right, so I'm throwing my Grimax here.
Oh, no, please. You know your discs best, but yeah, you got your trusty Grimax. Love seeing you in your bag because I always remember all the discs you throw. But great power off the tee. And great distance. You should have a straight look at the basket there.
Yeah.
This is a strike for me.
Yeah. It's a little low, but in a spot that should be like relatively straightforward. You could get aggressive for a birdie, but probably just a layup for a par. It's a little overturned for Laura. Almost comes back, but she will be throwing 3 from the OB there.
I think Sofia's got her passion here. Nice straight reliable disc. Throwing that straight up the fairway. Good height. Wish I had some of that.
Yeah.
Getting herself into a good spot too.
So Sofia has power. This girl can rip.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so cool to see.
Yeah.
Right. Laura throwing her third here.
That's a great spot to be. It's a pretty straightforward pitch up to the basket.
Yeah.
From there, not too far. She shouldn't be too worried about the OB.
Yeah. I think I got a pig here, kind of under the willows. Trying to get as far into the opening as possible. I remember thinking that roll was super scary, but ultimately a good spot to get up to the pin.
Yeah, so I'm throwing my Rico X. I really liked my spot, but there's this cage here that really kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I didn't realize how close you were to it. Great adjustment, though. Great shot.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty parked out of my hand, but it left me to kind of circle's edge or there.
Coverage made it look parked for sure. Camera takes off 10 feet.
Yeah, so a little bit about this hole. This one played at 0.6 above average.
I think just one person, actually, maybe that's a bit of a spoiler. I haven't get there yet, but hey, we don't know who that one person is.
Yeah, so basically going OB on this hole, like, you're playing, it would be miraculous to get a par. Like, you're kind of, once you go OB, you're playing for a bogey look, unless you go OB way up. But
yeah, because that's a big shot to get to the basket from there. But Laura executing her shot perfectly, getting right up to the basket. Trying not to juice my Burke again. Oh, little ding. Right under the basket. Stress-free putt coming up. Yeah, so I thought you were a lot closer too.
Yeah.
But you got a good look here. So yeah, spoiler alert. Really not the one with the birdie.
Yeah. Scary putt with that OB right behind. Sofia's kind of staring down that same OB putt. Just engaged, not quite getting the air. So yeah, I think we can tell you now, Brianna Ainsley was the only birdie on this hole today. This hole was the second hardest hole on the day, playing at 0.6 above.
Great putt from Laura, though. Just so much confidence behind her putt. It's so fun to watch.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, this was a fun card. The three of us, Sofia, Gabby, and I play together all the time, and then Laura's a longtime friend, and it was just good vibes on this
right from the
card.
start. There's a more legitimate tap-in putt. Not that mine wasn't legitimate, just a little more fearful. Okay.
And we make our way over to hole 3. This one is the island hole. It's quite a short little hole, and it should be so easy, but like, yeah, if this weren't surrounded by OB, I feel like there'd be a lot more birdies, to be honest.
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah.
I think it's like you have quite a low ceiling on the left too, so it really takes out your shot options. You have to
Yeah.
go around those trees to get to this small island. Because
Yeah.
if you're missing the island with the like little cement bricks there, you're putting from the drop zone, which is
Yeah.
also a scary putt.
So I'd say most people you'll be seeing a lot of backhand hyzers. There's
Alright, so I got an ace on hole
Oh,
3.
yay,
It's an
Joe!
island hole. I thought that I was going OB long, and it ended up just being perfect and hyzered straight into the chain.
there it is.
And yeah, felt pretty amazing. That was my first tournament ace, and I just lost it.
I remember hearing that and just being like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So happy for Joe. That is such a sweet ace to get. And I know that's not our first ace with that disc too, which is really cool to see. So congrats, Joe. That is so fun. Tournament ace on this dangerous hole. All right.
Is
We got
this
that.
by Cax Z? I throw that shot because I struggle with the backhand hyzer. I'm not that confident in it at that distance, and I just kept getting skips off the island. So try something different.
Yeah, I've got my pick here. We thought you could be OB off the tee there. Coming into this hole, I don't know. It's just in practice. Some go in, some go out, some don't. And this felt really good out of the end.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gab and I thought both of our discs were OB
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Spoiler, they were both in.
The lack of OB graphic helps with that. That Sofia throwing her hyzer in, very obviously in bounds. Great shot with a bird there. Laura also opting for the hyzer.
So that one to me, it's unfortunate because out of her hand, it kind of looks like the safest out of the 4 shots. But I think because she's throwing, I'm not sure what she threw there, but I think it was a little bit faster of a disc. And those, they just skip so easily off that green. It's dry, it's short.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's us confirming we're in bounds.
Yeah.
Laura laying up.
This is a don't mess with it putt from the drop zone. If you miss, you're definitely OB. You'll tap in double bogey, but you don't want it.
It's not you really don't want it. Sofia with the equally dangerous putt from the left side.
There it is.
Cashing it in. Fearless, that girl. Yeah, because you got maybe like 10 feet, 8 feet behind the basket from that
Yeah,
angle.
it's not much.
Yeah, and I think we're putting from like maybe 15 here from the edge.
Oh yeah, I think we were inside 10. At least I think I was. You might be about 10. It wasn't far.
Well, it feels long when you're there.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. Nice putt. And yeah, Laura coming in here.
So I will say I practiced this course and I threw this island a bunch of times and I made it on like once. So I'm pretty happy to have made it on in the round.
Hey, a
Ooh,
slow-mo.
look at that.
Oh, I wish
Yeah.
that could have gone in.
Oh, it looks
Sure
so
provided the
good.
drama though. So we walking away with our first few birdies on this card. And Joe hopping up the leaderboard there with her fantastic ace. And yeah, those are the first 3 holes. We're working off the nerves. We're getting there.
Yeah, so it was a cool round to play because like, yeah, Gab and I were so close and we'd kind of been close all tournament, kind of going back and forth. And yeah, it was a neat feeling to both be playing well and to keep like performing under the pressure. Like there was no point where, I don't know, I I felt like I was throwing good shots, and then Gab would step up and throw an equally good shot, and it was
up to this point matching each other. So coming for the round, tied with each other for the round score into this par 4, 412 feet. You got a double Mando up at the top there between the two bamboo covered trees, and you're really just trying to get through, well, for me, you're just trying to get through those two OB spots into a spot where you can lay up to this this rolling green here. This being an old golf course, you definitely have some beautiful green features, and some of those being some voluptuous greens, for lack of a better word. Getting through the Mando.
Yeah, I got really lucky with that skip, not hitting that root there.
Yeah, good skip though.
What's this one you're throwing?
This is a lots.
Yeah.
Lightweight lots.
Yeah, nice little Annie. You kind of want to flex it out to the right. If you can Annie something slightly right out of there, you get a lot of airspace. It kind of drops off. Maybe a little touchier of a shot.
Totally. And the willows there definitely add something.
Just mush it, one.
That's the line that Julie's talking about. Like, just getting yourself out there around the willows.
So this one, there is OB out to the left there. Laura bounced off the Mando, but stayed in. So she's thrown 2.
Yes. And made the Mando. Look at this shot.
And this is an amazing shot. That gap is tighter than it looks in the camera, and she had to get up and around that hanging low branch. I'll talk about this shot, because this was like one of those moments where I was like, man, this is a hard shot that Gabby's got. And she just stood up and did a standstill pig up shot to the bottom of the basket, and I was like, I was shaking a little bit. I was like, man.
Got you shaking in your boots.
She's just playing perfect, not even leaving herself a putt.
Well, you too, leaving yourself with a very short putt. Laura as well, doing well to scramble after hitting the within the Mando there. And this is for eagle. But
honestly, I was slightly surprised to see this, because Sofia, she's like, I would describe her as an aggressive player for sure. But I think it's a little bit of a drop off behind the basket, and I think when you're looking at the easiest birdie you'll ever take, you might as well just take it.
Really big opportunity for roll away there. So smart play by Sofia, getting herself on track. That's 2 birdies in a row for her though, so I'd say she's well on track.
Yeah, and so this card, this hole played about 0.5
This hole 4. 0.2?
2.2 under par. So this was one of the easier holes on
Yeah. I think once you're making the Mando, you're getting through pretty good.
Oh yeah, so hole 5. This is you can see the white painted line there. That's OB, everything right of that. And then there's kind of the line of trees on the left, and there's a line there as well. Everything left of there is OB. Baskets raised and tucked into the right here. It's kind of like, I would describe it as a forehand hole. You can just play the skip in, but you do have to kind of have an almost 300-foot forehand. So the backhand turnover is also a great play. For me, that would be really hard. I'm not that great at the backhand turnover. But, so I had to just move this deer was standing right in the forehand line.
Making friends.
So.
Fuzzy friends.
Yeah. I'm throwing super stable here. And hoping for a nice skip in towards the basket, which I got.
You got, and perfectly executing that forehand line. I'm going for the backhand line. I do not have that forehand, so I'm throwing a uplink here, super understable. Getting that to turn. Pretty nice.
Perfect. I just loved watching you throw that disc that weekend. It was so cool. Sofia, I believe this is her Grimax that she is gonna forehand. It's kind of a more hyzer route. She doesn't get the skip, which is unfortunate because this is a skippy ground, but she's got a circle's edge putt. Laura also going with the forehand.
Taking the tighter approach.
Yeah, that's
looking
nice.
to be well within putting range.
This is about Circle's Edge. She's got like a little branch right in front of her with the elevated basket. It's probably something to think about.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she got it just a little bit there. That's one of those things. It's hard to get it out of your head when you're lining up that putt. Sofia cans one on the elevator basket.
Yeah. Confident putt there. Looking to be unobstructed. Laura coming back up again. For her par putt, sneaking that in.
I didn't notice how close that was. I'm glad it stuck.
Oh, man. How do you feel with these? Like, you're within 18 feet.
Yeah, I was feeling good about my putting. I didn't feel too nervous. I always have to take a second on the elevated ones. I tend to get a little lazy and they hit the cage, so I have to really convince myself to aim for the top chains, and even so, they almost always just drop in right over the cage. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oops.
yeah, just making sure to remind myself to get up and
Give it a look.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing's taller than me. Alrighty. Hole 6 here, par 3. Another short one, 198 feet, but not without its danger. The fence lines to the left and the right are OB. And there's also actually hazard beyond the basket there, kind of with a little semicircle. I don't know if you can quite see it here, but
40 feet behind.
yeah, just outside circle, but it's a small landing zone, so you're really just looking to be safe.
Yeah, so
Safe
yeah,
and close.
it's kind of like the mistake to make. If you're gonna go OB, you gotta do it near the basket. You
Yeah.
can save your par.
Mm-hmm.
Throw my cactus.
Great shot.
That's like a sigh of relief. This is a tough shot for me. I struggle with it. So
Yeah.
happy to make that. Pig?
That's a pig.
It's a good choice. You can kind of really throw it hard. Come on.
Yeah. Did I ever throw it? Straight OB. Went for the confidence just to throw it, and yes, it's one of the things that can happen. So could have put a little more height, maybe a little more hyzer, but hey, it is what it is.
I'm guessing Sophia's also throwing pig here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she gets the height on that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so good.
Oh,
And it just kind of, I think it clips maybe the back of that fence post a little bit.
Could be.
And stays OB. It looked so good. Laura? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Definitely an understable something, because it, to me, out of her hand, it looked a little left, but it flipped up really nicely, and that did stay in
yeah.
balance there.
And just OB. Putting from within circle, hopefully to save my par here. Oof. Yeah, they hurt to watch back, don't they? Could have given that a little more juice. But hey, I'll be putting for bogey after everyone gets through here.
Laura lining up a birdie putt. She did stay in balance there. Kind of a circle's edger. No problem.
Nice.
Top right catch there.
Yeah, great confident putt. I think I'm gonna be saying that always with her putts. Confident putts.
Yeah.
You're lining up a birdie here. No
Yeah,
problem.
I was like, that was about 15 to 20 feet, somewhere in there. I thought I was a lot closer, so when I walked up to it, I was like, oh no, I have to putt. But,
True, hey?
But I was feeling pretty good at that range, so. go. And she goes.
Yes, it's in. A little left. I remember feeling that out of the hand.
So you'll notice the baskets are all kind of one hole ahead. And this is because the organizers shifted the course. One, because hole 18, the normal hole 1 is quite a treacherous hole. And it was decided that was a much more exciting finishing hole.
Oh, exciting indeed.
Yeah. That was hole 6 for our purposes, not 7. As the basket says. Great putt by Laura there.
Another opportunity to just watch that go straight in the basket.
And also looking sharp. Always good style from Laura.
Yeah. I would give her number 1 style on the course.
Oh, yeah.
Always looking good.
So yeah, that was the first hole we saw some separation. And it's like a small, short hole, but man, it'll do that.
Yeah.
Because the chance for OB is so high.
Yeah. So falling 2 back behind Julie here, but Sofia, Laura doing well to cash in. You know, the par save from OB, Sofia did exactly what she needed to do. If you're going to go OB, skip that par.
Yeah.
And
so this is hole 7. 309 feet. It does not feel like 309 feet to me. It feels further. Like you have to go right of that first tree you see off the tee box, and then the basket is kind of elevated on this. You can see it in a hole at the hill here.
Tucked away. There it is.
Yeah, you have to get the perfect kind of flip up. You want to play safe. You don't, and OB right. But yeah, it's a hole to get it up near this basket.
Yeah, but you can see that tree that Julie's talking about, that bushy one just to the right of the screen there. It's more in play than it seems off camera here.
Yeah, you just don't want to hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to throw pretty stable. Honestly, that was much more towards that path than I wanted it to be, but I ended up in a very easy spot to get par. Laura, yeah, that's a great shot. Coming right back into the middle.
Yeah.
Easy. You can actually give a little bit at the basket. Though there's OB right behind it, which is a little bit scary, but
yeah. I would be behind, but clear look at the pin.
Oh. Sofia's showcasing some of her power here.
Absolutely. Full hyzer, right under the basket, basically. That's one of the best shots I saw all weekend.
That is Gabby, not Julie. But
yeah, I can. If I can have your score and your shots, sure, I'll be Julie. But you're in trespass here, also relatively stable. Just trying to get out as far as possible, really. Hopefully to come back.
Yeah.
Into the left. Doing okay with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're not gonna get the birdie on this one, you just want to keep it out right, like, and kind of fade into this nice landing area.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a nice up shot right under the basket.
Yeah.
Laura, I'm guessing, is going to be running this because she's Laura.
Also, right under the basket. You got another tree.
So I was just trying to pitch that one up under the basket, put a little too much, and actually hit the band and then kicked off and hit that tree to stay in. And there's Sofia with a bird.
Unreal birdie.
I'm gonna say she's the only bird on that hole.
I think she was for the day. Yeah, you got a good kick off the tree there. It's nice and close to the basket.
You know what? Correction, Brianna Inslee also birdied that hole.
Hey. I'm just tapping in par, as is Laura. It's kind of what you want to walk away with. Unless you're Sofia, then, you get a birdie.
Then you're expecting a birdie.
Fine. Let's look at that again.
Light. Nice and stable, way out to the right. And she gives it the height to come back and get on this hill.
Such a good angle, too, to have that push before it starts coming back in. Mwah. All right, hole 8, another par 4, 371 feet. We got OB to the left, fence is there. There's OB to the right that you're not as worried about. It's kind of past the tree line there, but really just hoping to get up in the fairway here to get a clean look at the basket, which is nestled up in the trees here. Gonna see it in a moment. But yeah, it's kind of one of those holes. I feel walking into it, you're like, okay, I can birdie this one. It's I think one of the softer par 4s on the course, just with the openness of it. But we'll see how it goes.
What's she got here? Passion?
I believe that's a Wraith.
All right. Yeah, so she maybe turns that one a little too far, but honestly, if you're safe, you're pretty happy here.
Yeah. You're going with a Grimex forehand here.
Yeah, so I was actually really happy with this throw.
It's a great shot.
My backhands tend to hyzer pretty close to that OB, and so I decided to just play it in and trust my upshot on this hole. Yeah, little overturned. Again, that OB, it's just, if you're playing the backhand line, it's so in your head.
Definitely.
Is this your strike?
That's my strike.
And this is just incredible. It holds maybe a little bit more than you were hoping it would hold.
A little long, but kind of similar to others. Just happy to be in bounds on the right, and feeling like it's a pretty clear up shot to the pin.
So Laura's lining up the forehand. She actually punched through those branches a little bit more than I thought. So she had a nice line up. I was worried she'd have nothing.
Yeah, but that was so much power on that. Nice and straight. Great shot.
What? Didn't love that. I was kind of debating. There's OB just right at the basket, and I was worried about a skip with a driver, so I threw a mid. And played it safe, and it didn't work out for me.
That
was a perfect shot.
It looked so good. That would have been her pig there. I'm also grabbing my pig. Yeah, felt really confident coming up to that, but it just did not come out well.
Yeah, I think at this point, everyone on the card is probably feeling a little bit bummed because it's one of those, we all had a drive that went in, and we all had a good look at the basket, and you're like, that one felt like should convert.
Yeah.
I guess.
Really good
I shouldn't say none of us converted, but none of us put it under the basket.
Oh, spoiler alert. Yeah. Some long looks for birdie here.
Good try.
Good
Again,
line
it's
for
a little
Sofia.
scary. The basket's slightly elevated, and right behind it, there's an OB path.
Yeah. If you're going long, you're rolling down a little hill to OB path, so not one you want to push too hard. Just not enough
good,
juice, yeah.
Slightly more than I wanted to leave myself with here, to be honest.
Whoop!
Just happy to get it in.
It's in. Yeah, a few tap-ins coming up here.
We're perfectly equal as well.
We're very stringent on who puts first, as you can tell. But yeah, I'll putting in for par here. Variety of ways of getting there. And I think ultimately at the end of the day, we only came away with 1 or 2 birdies on this hole. So hole playing 0.27 over par.
That surprises me, honestly. It must be
Yeah.
OB strokes.
Mhm.
Did anyone get the birdie on that? It looks like Dana.
Dana Fitzgerald, yeah, only birdie on the day on this hole. Well done to Dana.
That is another person who can absolutely throw the disc a mile.
Yeah. But hey, coming into hole 9 here, we actually started a little further back than our tee pad. This is our tee pad here.
Yeah, so it's kind of it's a big gap, and there's lots of airspace. You kind of want to throw like a back. I would say it's not great for the forehand line because it's a little too straight. So you kind of want to throw the backhand Annie. It feels longer than 297.
It really does.
It has to be perfect height and perfect fade out to really get to this to this pin.
Yeah. I don't think many of us are thinking about OB too much. There isn't a river on the right. There's path way on the left, but it's the...
It'd be tough to get through all those trees to the OB, to be honest.
Yeah. But Sofia throwing a great turnover shot.
Yeah.
Getting well up the fairway, avoiding the trees.
That
Well
one,
done.
Yeah, again, I feel like a foot or two more height, and that would have panned out kind of towards the basket. It had all the power, but it's so hard to get the height into these trees. So
Also opting for the turnover.
pretty much exactly the same for me. Like, good turnover, just a little scared to put the height on.
Yeah. Because I feel like for the two of you, at least, you're kind of aiming for the trees.
Yeah.
Looks like Laura did too.
See this? I loved the shape of that drive. It faded out into the trees a little bit, but it's not too bad in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it fall?
It's a bulk.
Yes, this is a soft fall. Pretty turny disc for Gab. And that is so pretty.
Also aiming for the trees, and I end up where you and Sophia are. Again, not quite getting the height that pan, but ultimately pretty happy with that shot.
Yeah, so Laura's gap is actually it's a little tighter than it felt. I think it looks like she's going for the hyzer out, but catches an early tree. I'm just trying to put one under the pin and not have to think about this hole anymore.
Well done. Put it behind us. Yeah. So Laura coming back up to her third here. Well done.
Kind of gives it a little run. Gives
I
it the
know.
height near the basket.
Definitely
So,
had a chance.
yeah. What were you thinking? Were you thinking of running it here?
I'll admit, yes, I was hoping to run it, but that's coming out real low. Step putt's just not quite there yet. But Sophia, that's giving it a chance.
Yeah.
Great bit there.
Yeah, it's a kind of weird one for running because there's the backdrop behind, and you'll probably make your putt from there. But if you fade out, there is a little bit of a hill, so
Yeah.
it's definitely in your mind.
No,
when
for
you think
sure.
you're running those ones.
Yeah, Sophia doing good to make her par here. I say, me too, please. I take a par. Couple more tap-ins for par.
That one's a bogey for Laura,
Oh,
but she got that
apologies.
bad free hit. But
Yeah.
we get to walk away from this hole. And
Yeah.
that's always nice.
I think this is one of the harder holes. And playing, what's this, hole 9? Well, not too bad. I think our field fared pretty well, but coming into, wait, was that 9?
That's 9.
Oh my
so
gosh. Time
yeah.
flies when you're having fun. So Julie ending up the front 9 with a 2-stroke lead, and a lot of us tied up for second here. Really cool, really tight.
Yeah. So Gabby's still sitting in second solo overall.
Oh, geez. Thank you. I'm looking at the round scores.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a 3-stroke lead for first. Gabby's in second, and then followed by Sophia, right?
I think
Is
so.
that right?
Yeah.
So
But anyways, that's the front 9. Be sure to follow along, Park Pro, like and subscribe, keep watching, and join us in a few moments for the back 9. See you in a bit.
see ya.